Okay, hi, this is Danny Michael Molick. This is the children's version of Kerfuffle of 1902, revised December 30th, 2017. Laura's Wintette Voyage, the children's version is named. It is illustrations by Danny Michael Molick, edited and co-authored by Johnny Cornelius Friesen, who wanted to be billed as the butler of the children's book. He has held the door open for 39 people 50,000 times on 15 different occasions. So trust me, he knows how to go without getting compliments or credit for anything. So he's fine with whatever. But he is an author himself. So what I want to say is that he wrote author of 2 books already, and this is his 3rd book. This one here. But he did do 6 Bosnian marks, which I made the book trailer on my YouTube channel. You can look for that in featured animation. And then the other one was Little Hans or something. I never read it. But it's about my uncle, Johnny's father, based on his life in the Soviet Union, his reunification with his family in Canada. It's so true, it's funny, he couldn't believe it. Johnny tells it so funny. It makes light of everything because he knows his dad's happy. There's a letter from the Queen. We're not going to talk about that because this is not the version that went to the Queen. This was done later. Let's just start the story here. Here, I'm going to zoom in. There we go. This is a story of how Laura secured the safety of not all, but most of the practically honest, malfunctioning cuckoo clocks of Shipman's Corner, currently St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, becoming endangered timepieces of Baroque antiquity. One day, Susan was at work at Mammy Majami's chocolate shop. Susan checked the time on the sacred cuckoo clock. It was almost becoming quitting time. After work, Susan went to her best friend Laura's house to listen to a news record to become informed on the latest happenings in innuendo. News records. Malfunctioning cuckoo clocks designed by Dr. Danny Glockenspieler are creating chaos. 16 clocks to be exact. Consumers are complaining about their cuckoo clocks. Some of them went too fast. Other times they went too slow. Sometimes backwards. Sometimes at right angles. Sometimes at wrong angles. Clock users were late for work, showing up a day early for a dinner party, or putting on their pajamas when they were going to the theater. Reports out of Ellis Island are claiming that citizens from the Bronx and West Egg are so upset they are sending nihilist mercenary hooligans on a barge boat up the Hudson River, or possibly the East River, to smash the clocks and diplomatically discuss the situation with Dr. Danny Glockenspieler. Alarmed by such a news alert, Susan stood up and yelled, "Villager wallabies! That's Uncle Dr. Danny Glockenspieler! I must inform him before it's too late. But I have to go to work tomorrow. You will have to stay the day, Laura." And then we'll go to the next page. Let's go see Mammy Majami. She'll know what to do. Susan and Laura caught a coach to talk with Mammy Majami. The chauffeur offers Susan and Laura Bjork corks, a tasty cubic treat originating from Cuba, the Congo, and to a lesser extent, Ireland. Iceland. Yeah, Bjork corks. Put a cork in it. When Laura and Susan arrived at Mammy Majami's and informed her about the issues surrounding Uncle Dr. Danny Glockenspieler's cuckoo clocks, Mammy Majami responded in a tizzy, "Don't simmer down. Indefinitely worry, 'cause I know what you're talking about, my non-surrogate children. Please take my clock. I went on a walk yesterday at 3 o'clock and got to work at 2 o'clock. Take it to Dr. Denny Glockenspieler and please have him fix it. He's handsome on Wednesdays. Odin's Day. My son was born on Odin's Day. Susan said that he has to work, so I will go in her steed. Strap the cuckoo clock on my back. I will not tick-tock me off. It will not. Susan gave a sigh of relief while Mammy Majammy swallowed her Rolade. What? Samantha acid. Mammy Majammy. That's a very strong of you, Laura. It's a very long and dangerous trip to old Toronto, but you could take the Injun Trail through Hamilton. Right before Laura was ready to go, the girls shared tears and hugs between the moments that they ate imitation Hershey Kisses. What? Good luck, Laura. We'll be praying for you. I'll miss you too, Susan. Laura waved goodbye to Susan and Mary Majammy and entered the coach before embarking on her journey to Toronto, home of Dr. Denny Glockenspieler's Cuckoo Clock Factory. I gotta get these pages all lined up. In the coach, Laura meets two boys named Steve and Bruce who are on the way to Hamilton to find girlfriends. Steve asks Laura, so what kind of cuckoo clock is that? Is there a parrot inside? Laura replies to the girl, no, it's a Schwaben clock. They're originally from Germany. Dr. Uncle Danny Glockenspiel was born in Stuttgart, Germany. Before he worked and studied in Dusseldorf in clock cosmetics, specifically focusing on Botox for cuckoo clocks. But the clock on my back was made in Toronto. However, the clock isn't working properly, but please don't blame it on the bird inside. Come on, give it a break. Steve looked puzzled by Laura's cuckoo clock lesson, but Bruce was so enthralled that he offered Laura a bag of red and green apples that are high in vitamin C plus minus. At the top stop in Hamilton, Laura offers the starving horses an apple. Here's a treat, non-black stallion. But right before Laura was about to board the carriage again, a wheel in the coach broke in 20 pieces. The horses looked so sad. Laura offered the horse another apple. Then she embarked on her journey to Toronto on foot, walking along the lake through the woods. Laura eventually runs into a girl riding a deer. Her name is Pippi Mohawking, or Minnehaha for short. The Indian woman says nothing but gestures to Laura if she would like a ride. Laura does not feel frightened anymore. She sits on the doe, a female deer behind Pippi Mohawking. Pippi Mohawking and the deer take Laura to the Mississauga Forest on the outskirts of Toronto. Laura is so grateful to Pippi Mohawking in the deer. Bamzilla, she offers him the deer a green apple as a coupon of appreciation, while Pippi Mohawking sucks on her green thumb for garnering the taste of pork credit pine. Very wise. As Laura walks towards downtown Toronto. She runs into Ruckus, the cow herder, at the local perennial 54th annual pharmaceuticals extravaganza and bonanza. Laura asks Ruckus, the cow herder, where may I or you find Dr. Danny Glockenspieler's cuckoo clock factory in German Teesteiner, sir? Ruckus, the cow herder, says, I don't know, young lady, but I do know that my prize petunia heifer here is going to win the blue ribbon at the Bovine Botanical Social Cordial next year. You look thirsty, dear. May I offer you a drink of my tap water plus? Laura is tempted, but is unsure of the metropolitan tincture. Nevertheless, she's dehydrated and savors a refreshing elixir. Now, I'm not going to talk about this too much, but that is the Königswasser equation. That is what it looks like. Hydrochloride, oxygen, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. Chlorified. Yeah, chlorified. Königswasser is used for dissolving platinum and gold into liquid, and the Nobel Prize winners who discovered this stuff. I was gonna crack open a beer because it's time. If we're talking about moonshine, we're gonna have a beer doing it. Königswasser dissolves platinum and gold. The Nobel Prize winners smuggled it into Nazi Germany. Their Nobel Prizes, their gold medals, by dissolving in liquid and smuggling it into England, so they can keep their gold. The Nobel Prize is actually made of gold. Yeah.
I got a cat. He's got fish.
Yeah, you're a winner. We got news from the peanut gallery, comments from the peanut gallery. We're going to film something here, Mac. But then, all of a sudden, much to her unanticipated amazement, Laura bore witness to a display of demagogic declarations of emancipation by none other than Smitty Dumble-Dulkin at Mel Habsburger Platz Plaza Square. Laura was certain that someone at the event would know where Dr. Glockenspieler's factory is located and how to logically lead her there in a carriage that doesn't runs on unleaded non-diesel gasoline. Yeah, like, think about the environment for a change, people. Pollution. After Pippi Mohawking's dad's speech at Mel Habsburger Platz Plaza Square, Laura listens to one of the many bands performing the song Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, won't you come waltzing Matilda with me? To conclude the decadent spectacle of the Fanny Pax 4 of the Vienna 12 performs a new smash hit from 5 centuries back, Sketches of Spain. Yeah, right on. That's Miles Davis. Like,
if I'm headed, it's because I want to be headed.
After the throngs are called thine encore, the Sammy Davos Switzerland Foof band arrives on stage and sings Cooking with Basil. Laura is so excited by the music and concluding silence that she approaches Sammy Davos Switzerland Foof band afterwards and inquires about that Dr. Danny Glockenspieler's cuckoo clock factory in the adjacent fabric softener museum. While Laura searches out Dr. Glockenspieler's cuckoo clock factory, the evil mercenary bandits from the south who too are unhappy and dissatisfied with malfunctioning clocks are also searching out Dr. Danny Glockenspieler's factory. They deeply desire to destroy each and every cuckoo clock situated at the factory and its immediate surroundings, yet not near the vicinity of Dusseldorf and its brother hamlet of Dunkirk. Plim Plum, Robbie R., and Mr. President sail aside the raft and attempt to talk some sense into the senseless bandits. The Sammy Davos Switzerland Funf band hops on St. Swithin's non-steamboat St. Louis and Kaiserly, Kentucky, and sail southerly. But before they know it, fears consume their veins as their knees tremble in unison with the melody to their other smash hit, Eating Shavapi in Chechnya. Eastern European joke, get with it, it's cooler than you.
Peanut butter is good, Dave.
They base on their basis hunches a jellyfish allegedly battles a barnacle on the hull of a ship after their boats turn around and sail back to Huronto. In the meantime, Laura locates a cuckoo clock factory. She's greeted by Dr. Danny Glockenspieler's niece, Greek niece from Salonika, Olafania. What? The Sammy Davos Switzerland Foof band's frenzied panic is contagious, causing word of the bandits' arrival to stir on St. Swithin's non-steamboat of St. Louis and Kaiserly, Kentucky, to the point that Mammy Majami's sister Aunt Majami sings the apocalypse's metaphoric moths of madness manifest in the depths of her stomach. What?
Medusa.
Alright, Mac, enough comments. It's fine, it makes it more real. AI can't do this. Yet. To compound her concerns, Uncle Benjemi, her husband, has sentenced the gals for committing low treason. In the meantime, he swabs the deck and attempts to clear the lower depths of his subconscious. What? This is funnier than mine. The St. Swithin's non-steamboat of St. Louis and Kaiserly, Kentucky arrives in the nick of time. Just as the bandits smashing the cuckoo clocks are lined up in the harbor ready to be shipped to Houston. So it's actually too late? Or is it? Or it's too late? Some clocks are casualties and some are ready. But not prepared to be crushed. But not if the Sammy Davos Switzerland Foom Band has anything to say about it. An act of unsteadiest altruism, Sammy Davis Davos Funf Band ditties up a tranquil, hypnotizing dance and tunes in the midst of looming trance. Serenity overtakes their anger as the bandits bask in non-Basque soothing rhythms of the band singing. The bandits are appeased, leaving the people pleased. Blissful celebrations are up. Folk dances triumph as beauty prevails. Yeah, just wait. I'm not done yet. It's almost done. The southern bandits see the faults in their unbridled fury and decide to travel back down the river to their homeland and hometown of New Amsterdam, where they can contemplate the ills of succumbing to their sadistic emotions. They express gratitude to Robbie R for showing them the ills in their ways. Still traumatized after witnessing the bandits' acts of butchery, Laura returns to Dr. Glockenspieler's cuckoo clock factory just to discover that Susan and Mammy Majammy make the trip to the Toronto as well. Mammy is alarmed by Laura's disposition, uncanny demeanor, and calls in Dr. Danny Glockenspieler to assess the situation. Filled full of guilt with falling the tilt with the bandits, Dr. Glockenspieler confesses he wasn't built to witness such needless cuckoo clock carnage. But needless to say, he admits lacking luster in his manufacturing of certain batches of clocks because he's worried about his ostrich eggs not hatching. Osterreich. Und Österreich-Egg. Österreich-Egg. Dr. Glockenspieler pleads forgiveness in lieu of Laura's distraught state. The girls are happily understanding, empathizing with Dr. Glockenspieler's concerns as they witness a lesson has been learned. Uncle Glockenspieler pleads for a second chance to manufacture cuckoo clocks of quality and precision filled with the Dusseldorf pretension and elegance. The girls become filled with glee for what is to be. I love how Tesla and Twain are called Plim and Plum. I don't know what that's from. Like Rumpus and Dumpus or something. Plim and Plum are enchanted by a happy ending following the pendulum's graceful swing. They feel the work is done, so they wait bored wrapped before bidding adieu to Laura, Mammy, Jammy, and Susan. Robbie R and Mr. President say they on their own record to savor the 54th annual pharmaceutical extravaganza bonanza. As the raft floats downstream, Laura and Susan gleam with ease while Dr. Uncle Glockenspieler returns to his workshop to redesign his clocks to the run with utmost prudence divined upon them from Providence, Rhode Island, the place where the gears are manufactured. Susan is happy that her uncle's reputation will be saved and everything can be concluded happily ever after. As the bliss manifests, Laura and Susan express vigilance in the only manner that they know how without marginalizing Dr. Uncle Glockenspieler's success, which is by insatiably eating a piece of Björk. The end. Now, what's the Björk? Well, that would be the tribute band to Björk's first post-punk band, or numbered famous post-punk band, the Sugar Cubes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Susan and Laura are the new Björk, the Sugar Cubes. Yay. Thanks, Björk. I won't bother you. I'm a loser. Sorry. I'll cut that out.
They want